This is the Beta FPV Meteor 65 Pro ELRS edition, and it is a very nice flying loop and it offers such a fantastic performance. However, there are some catch. Let's review some facts and you can decide if this is the right one for you. Let's briefly look at the spec. The flight controller is the Beta FPV cross-style AIO board. This tiny board includes the F4 flight controller, a 5N41ESC, which is more than capable to handle 1S, and it also has a serial-based ELRS receiver built in. This is very special, as most of the Woo boards are with an SPI-based ELRS receiver, which the serial-based you will be able to flash your ELRS firmware via Wi-Fi and you are no longer held hostage by Betaflight. The VTX is the Beta FPV MO3 tiny VTX, you can see it right here, which the power is from 25 milliwatts to 350 milliwatts. The camera is a plug-and-play CO3 camera with the SH1.0 size plug. Do note this is smaller than the usual plugs on the market, which means the camera is built for this VTX. So as you can see, it's plugged in the VTX here, and the Canopy is built for the combo. Everything will fit perfectly. Next, the motors are the Beta FPV OA02SC 19,500 kV motors, which contains sufficient power by default. But if you want some additional power, you can certainly upgrade the motors to higher kV OA02s, like the T motor OA02 22,000 kV motors. Not necessarily, but I do enjoy the additional power. For the frame, the 65 Pro does have a slightly larger frame compared to the original 65, which the prop size is slightly larger at 35 mm compared to 31 mm. With this frame, the battery it can take will be the BT 2.0 300 mAh LiPo, and I do think this is the only size it takes. The flight time with the 300 mAh battery, it's going to be about 2.5 to 3-ish minutes, which is pretty decent already. Okay, so we're done with the specs and let's go fly. By the way, all the flights are going to be done with the OEM motors. First up is a short outdoor flight, and the Meteor 65 Pro definitely is flyable, but due to the size and weight, I just don't think the Meteor 65 Pro was built for people to fly outdoors. The flight can still be very smooth and steady in a good calm day, but based on my own feeling, when the winds start to pick up to above 9 to 10 mile-ish per hour, the performance will significantly decrease as you will be blown around and the shaking of the quad body starts to become obvious as you can see it in your goggles. This does not mean that the Meteor 65 Pro is forbidden for outdoor or it's bad. I just think there are better options built for outdoors available. So if outdoor is mainly your thing, maybe you should try the Meteor 75 Pro instead. That one, I do think it's a perfect outdoor quad. As for accurate ability, yes, it's definitely capable, even with the OEM 19,500 kV motors, but with the upgraded 22,000 kV motors, there is just a slight extra torque to pull you out from maneuvers. Still nothing close to a regular freestyle drone, but for joyride purpose, I say the Meteor 65 Pro is doing a very good job. Let's switch to an indoor flight. At indoors, with the uncontrollable factors like wind or whatsoever eliminated, the Meteor 65 Pro is just perfect. The smallest form factor but relatively power motor just gave it a perfect maneuverability for gaps or loopholes. With the tri-blades, the punchier stunts are even more noticeable indoors. I do think the camera angle is good for indoors and the speed is just right. You can fly fast but not too fast to a point that it feels hard to control. The stock tuning is alright and it's certainly flyable. But if you are looking for more accurate flights, then some additional tunings will be much beneficial. Since I haven't comprehended an easy way to tune, I simply slapped the Mobula 7 stock tuning onto it with some slight adjustment, and it worked just fine. And it's going to fly like a Mobula 7. If you'd like to try it, the data will be shown here and at the description. Do note this may trigger a flyaway warning, which is also on the Mobula 7, so do this at your own risk. For the durability, the Meteor 65 Pro, unfortunately, is quite weak, I have to say. Quite often, a small tap will cause something to break. For this one, the only parts that is still original is the motor and flight controller. The rest have to be replaced. As the frame and canopy is meant to take damage, the more problematic components is their VTX and camera. It is quite easy to be fried or quit with a slight impact. I just don't think that the Canopy is doing the job to protect it. And to replace them, since everything is mostly custom built, you will be required to purchase from Beta FPV, which most likely there is no other options. And dealing with their customer service is quite painful sometimes, to be honest. But above all, when the Meteor 65 Pro is fixed, flies okay, it truly gives you a hell of a flight experience, and I really, really like it. Let's head back to the bench and we can talk about my final thoughts. Alright, we're back to the bench. To conclude, my feelings to the Meteor 65 Pro is quite mixed. I certainly love how it performs and how it flies, but at the same time, I hate how not durable it is, and fixes are often required, and it is very frustrating have to pinpoint and constantly figure things out. This is also a complaint I often hear for Beta FPV hardware. Therefore, if you are a beginner and don't have much troubleshooting or repair experience, the Meteor 65 Pro may not be a good fit at the moment. I would strongly suggest getting something that is more durable and it takes better beating. I honestly still think the Modula 7 is a good balanced choice between flight experience and durability, but for intermediate pilots or above that knows what is going on and how to fix stuff, you will certainly love the Meteor 65 Pro. Anyway, it is just my thought, and whether you agree or disagree, why not let me know in the comment section. I will see you soon. Bye.
It's all just like